Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Stephanie and I had RNY gastric bypass July 7th, 2018. This video is going to be dedicated to my week 3 and week 4 post-op RNY. Okay, so I'm going to start with the stats, and my highest weight was 274.8. My surgery weight was 263, and my weight at the end of week 4 at 1 month was 239.8. Now that is a total of 35 pounds, and that is a 7-pound loss in week 3 and 4 for the 2 weeks. Also, I do want to apologize for the glare. I am filming in front of natural daylight. That is my setup. I apologize. Okay, so let's just dive on in. Now, I'm hoping you guys already seen the video prior discussing week 1 and week 2, and that was an emotional 2 weeks. A lot of estrogen being released, hormones, regret. There's a lot of that. Now, moving forward to this video, week 3 and 4, we're going to talk about different struggles. So at my 2-week post-op, my PA switched me from a full liquid diet to a puree mushy diet. Now I have a list of foods that I can eat. It contains, for an example, there's egg, and you can make, scrambled, fried, poached, whatever you want to do, deviled egg. There's canned chicken, canned tuna, yogurts, cottage cheese. It's really a limited diet, and there's not much on there, and it kind of is a bummer because I don't like tuna, yogurt, or cottage cheese. So I was really limited to eggs and chicken. So delightful for 2 weeks. Okay, so from changing from a full liquid diet to this mushy puree diet, my body was not happy. So let's just get started. So also, okay, that's the first difficulty, was changing diet. The second difficulty, which was the worst one, was vitamins. I now had to start my vitamin regimen, and it was difficult, to say the least. So let's first, it really was a combination of the two. So I'm eating, as I can, 3 meals a day. I'm eating pretty much some sort of egg for breakfast, and then for lunch and dinner, I found it very, the easiest way to eat my chicken is I would put it in a food processor, and I would add a little bit of mayonnaise and kind of make it like a chicken salad almost, and a little bit of hot sauce. I preferred Valentina. You can use whatever you want, just for flavor, and that was how I would eat the chicken. I also did a meatballs. At my local grocery store, I bought pre-made meatballs. I looked for the one with the most protein in it. 1 meatball filled me up. All I did was put it in the microwave, and then would chop it up really finely and either add some gravy to it or some Rao's marinara, and just chew it up. So where the difficulty lied in these 2 weeks were my pills. So let me go ahead and show you them. I have them here. Now this is I had to purchase these at my facility at Western Bariatrics, where I got my procedure done. You can also order these. These are Bariatric Advantage brand. This is the Ultra Multi with iron. And right here, this is the calcium citrate tablet. Now, let me pull one out. Here is the multivitamin. That's pretty big. Now, I have to take 3 of these in a day, and within pretty close to each other. So that's hard. And because it's a capsule, you cannot break this. It is for bariatric patients, so your tummy is supposed to be able to handle it and digest it. Okay, next is the calcium tablet. Now this is huge, but it is a chewable tablet, and I am to have 2 of these a day. Okay. Now, here's potassium. These ones are a tablet, so they can be crushed or cut in half. I need to have 2 of these a day. Moving right along. This is my, how do you say this? Omeprazole? And I have one of these every morning for 3 months. Again, this is a capsule. This does go down pretty easy. I also have a probiotic that I have to take. That's actually in my refrigerator. On the packaging, it says it has to be refrigerated. Now, with this new diet, with all these pills, my body was upset. So what my body was healing, I have, my esophagus, my new pouch, and then they, reattach the intestine. Now where my pouch and my intestine attach, it's starting to heal and scar tissue is forming. So what my PA was saying is that, because I had called and told her this is very uncomfortable. So she was explaining to me that their scar tissue is forming, and some people, it actually, so much scar tissue builds up that they have to go in endoscopically and open it up with like a balloon. Thankfully, that did not happen to me. But what did happen to me is that I would eat my breakfast and I would take my probiotic, go down easy. I'd set my timer 20 minutes. 20 minutes will go by, I take my next pill. Set my timer 20, 30 minutes, take my next pill. Now my potassium took a while because they were cut in half, right? So I'm doing this, I'm eating food, I'm trying to sip hot tea to help break down these pills, but they every single time got stuck. Now, the pain I can't even describe. It is like so much pressure. It's just like, I can't even explain it. It's so much pressure, so much pain. And I instantly go into a panic and start like, I can't breathe. I start getting sweats. I start getting chills. It's so scary that I was in my room one time, several times, and I couldn't even call for help because I couldn't even breathe. And I thought I was gonna end up in the ER. So week 3 was the first time ever that I vomited. And it was mainly these, not these ones, my multivitamins. These were so horrible to take. Again, these are pretty big capsules that you cannot break apart unless you want to sprinkle that on some eggs. Just smelling it right now is disgusting. Put the cap back on these. Now, I started vomiting, and it was so discouraging because eating breakfast took so long. I would have one hard-boiled egg, and it would take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to heat a scrambled egg, and then I'd set my timer, try to take one of my medicines, and then I'd end up vomiting. Not only the pill, but all my breakfast that I took. It was so long to eat, and you end up getting discouraged, right? So I'm like, I'm not going to take another pill today. My body hurts. So by lunchtime, I try to eat lunch, and I would be so sore just right here. And so this kept happening. I ended up making an appointment with my PA, and I went down to go meet her. And she told me that she's the one that explained to me about the stricture, how there's scar tissue forming, and with the pills, with the new diet, how everything's working. So she told me to go home, swallow a tablespoon of olive oil, which is absolutely disgusting, and that's it for the whole day. No water, no nothing. Oh, excuse me, for 6 hours. For 6 hours. And then after that, I would either have warm tea, warm broth. And then the following day, I would go back to my full liquid diet, which, like I explained in my other video, was the blended soup with the protein, with the bone broth protein. And I really actually liked going back to the soup because I was able to get in my 60 grams of protein, because the other way I was not hitting the mark at all. So I went back to that, and as soon as I went back to the full liquid diet, I was completely fine. And I was definitely happy. My body was happy. My stomach was happy. And so I was really actually very, very bummed out, because here I was 1 month now, because this went on for like 2 weeks struggle. Now I'm celebrating my 1 month where I should be on a regular diet of, full meat. And here I am taking a step back to full liquid. So I was very disappointed. But doing the olive oil and going back to my soups and then restarting a couple days later, also a huge thing I did was I bought vitamin patches. Now, I don't know if you guys know what they are. They are just a little square patch. It looks just like a nicotine patch. I have 2 on right now. I buy mine from Patch MD. Now, I spoke with my PA. You'd have to speak to yours. One of my patches is a multivitamin, and my second patch is an iron, which, as you see right here, multivitamin with iron. So this takes care of this. So I don't have to do this anymore, which is a huge relief. I still have to do the rest, but eliminating 3 pills out of my daily regimen, I couldn't be any happier, because that was horrible. Now, this one here, the omeprazole, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I doubt it. I only have to take this for the first 3 months post-op. Now, these are to help with acid reflux and to help prevent ulcers. So I am sticking with these. I would never not take them, because I don't want anything worse to happen. But I recommend the Patch MDs. You can talk to your doctor. I know they're very controversial in the bariatric world. Do they work? Do they not work? But I got permission from my doctor to use it, so I am, and I feel great. I feel pretty much normal. Prior to surgery, of course, I'm not eating like that. So anyways, that really kind of sums up week 3 and week 4. It was not fun. I lost 7 pounds, but I was in pain. I was uncomfortable. I wasn't fun to be around. But by the end of week 4, going into week 5, again, I'm making this video at 2 months post-op, reminder. By moving forward, fast forwarding a couple days out of 1 month, like going to week 5, all this discomfort, all this pain has now gone away. So this was just very temporary. It was horrible. I hope this never happens to me again or to anybody. But moving on to week 5, as I will make a video about it, that this did go away. I can now eat normal, and I'm very grateful and very happy about that. So anyways, that's my real talk about week 3 and 4. I hope it doesn't happen to any of you guys, but it did happen. I got through it. I still did have a couple of good days. Don't get me wrong, not every day was I vomiting, but I did have a couple good days. I just had to take it easy. And as soon as I switched over and took out those multivitamins, those 3 multivitamins, it really did help me out a lot. And I just have to pace myself. You really have to, you eat, you set your timer to whatever your doctor says, then you can drink, and then you take your pills every, 30 minutes or so on and so forth. So you really need to pace yourself and not be too hard on yourself, and keep in contact with your doctor. I called my office several times and discussed these matters. So I will post another video very soon. Thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. And again, I post a lot of stuff on my Instagram. It's down below. Please check it out. You guys can ask me questions here or there. I'm a little bit more active over there. It's a lot more convenient. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. Also, if you have any topics for next videos, I would love to hear your suggestions. Thank you so much, and I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.